Right, Barry here again was the last part of puzzle 6, and we have 17 across to do, and 17 across is there, and over here it's ceremonial trumpet blast when supporter has piece of trip. Ceremonial trumpet blast when supporter has price of trip. Right, over to you, pause, solve, and resume. Okay, all solved? Well, ceremonial trumpet blast is going to be over here, a fanfare. Right, why is it so? Well, we picked straight away that the key was ceremonial trumpet blast. And what's the rest of it? Well, you can see there, well, I underline this, ceremonial trumpet blast. Right, when supporter has price of trip. Now you say, but you don't get fan or fair in there. That's the thing. These are your synonyms. This is why you're getting ready for your harder ones. Supporter is, of course, a fan. And price of trip is, of course, the fare. So it's fan, fare. And this is how you have to think. Okay? Fanfare. Right, next one. 19 across. Okay, 19 across. Rip coat to pieces to find fruit. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, all done. The answer to 19 is, I'm sure you've got it, apricot. Why is it apricot? Well, let's look at the key, at the whole thing that is, the clue. And you can see that the price of fruit is your key. Fruit is the key, which is an apricot. Why is it so? Rip coat to pieces, and pieces is the anagram trick, anagram flag to rip coat into an anagram. Okay, right, next one. 21 across doesn't look too bad. All right, 21 across. Competent at removing ends of tables. Well, pause, solve, and resume. Okay, back again. 21 across. The answer is able. Why is it able? Well, I'm sure you can see it's competent. Competent is able, and we'll underline the competent. Right, there's your key. And at removing ends of tables, and removing ends, this is the extreme trick. Removing the ends. If you remove the ends, you got A-B-L-E in the middle, which is able, and that's your answer there. Extreme trick. Okay, next one. This one's not too hard. It's only got 5 letters. So 22 across. Here we go. Belief in joining faith. Oh, sorry, not hope, not faith. Belief in joining hope and charity. Belief in joining hope and charity. Over to you. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, back again. Gave you a bit of a clue there, I think. I read it there. Yes, the answer is faith. Why is it faith? Because you can see that when you read hope and charity, you automatically say faith. That's the 3. Faith, hope, and charity. And that's what I did there. Belief in joining. It's a companion flag, isn't it? Companion. There we go. Belief in joining hope and charity. Companion. Joining is a companion flag. And that's where you get the faith from. Okay, next one. This one here. Whoops, mustn't do that. This one here is 23 across. 23 across is continent found on China, Asia, China-Siam border. China-Siam border. Over to you. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, righto, back again. the answer to 23 across. You're looking at the yes, you can see it there. It's pretty obvious all the time what the answer was going to be. Yes, it's Asia. Asia. It's only 4 letters and it's got an S in it. Couldn't be much else. So, there it is. How does it work here? And the trick in the clue. Well, found is a hidden trick. Hidden trick. And it's hidden in ASIA. There's your answer. Asia. It's hidden there. Okay. Right, I'll mark it in red so you can see it. Right, there's the Asia hidden. Okay, next one. Where do we go now? We won't do those long ones just yet. Oh, we'll come up here, look. What's this? This is middle one, 13 down. 13 down. Here we go. Is Capone able to make an inland waterway? Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, back again. It's pretty obvious. Look, an inland waterway, and it's got to be, what else could it be but a canal? Has to be a canal. So that's a bit of a giveaway. These little givens are very, very helpful, aren't they? And how does it work here? Well, you can see, we can see inland waterway easy enough. We put that down with a underline. That was pretty obvious. But how's the other part? Did you work out how to do that? Well, let's see. Here we go. There's synonyms there. I'll put that little note for you so you can see it forever. Synonyms require thinking. Is Capone able? How is that canal? Did you get how it's canal? It's an anagram. Anagram the whole thing. Is Capone able? Can you see the can, L? Or actually, I suppose you could say able is can and Capone is L. You can just do it that way. Canal as can L. Can L. That's what I think I'd do. Can L. Right, okay. So we have simply not even a charade, is it? Was it not even a charade or an anagram, but just synonyms added together. I suppose you make it a charade of those two. Yes, you could. It would be a charade. So 13 down is a charade, and that's a canal. 13 down, we've got that down there now. All right. So next one is this one here, I think, will be a good one, and that is going to be 14 down. 14 down. Avoid women's clothing. Avoid women's clothing. 14 down. Oh, look at that. Yes, all right. Okay, over to you. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, back again. You can see here, looking at that, having those 3 givens there. There's not much else it can be but skirt. All right. How do we get it? Well, we simply have a double key. Because women's clothing is, a skirt is women's clothing. You wouldn't say a women's clothing is skirt, because a women's clothing can be lots of things. These aren't definitions, they're just keys. Right, so women's clothing, yeah, a skirt is a piece of women's clothing. And how do you get avoid? Well, that's to avoid something is to skirt around it. Yeah, there it is. So there it is, a double key. Double key, avoid, and women's clothing. Maybe I should have marked that as a key and marked that as a key. There's your 2 keys, a double key. All right, next one. What about this one here? We have, what's that? That's the bottom one. 18 down. 18 down. Oh, dear me. I do things like that now, and I shouldn't. 18 down. Let's shrink that up again. Right. reorganise all this. I'll put my finger on there to pull it across. That'll do nicely. Right, okay. Now, here we go. We said 19. We're doing 19 down. 19 down is, I think that's what we said, did we? Or did we say 18 down? 18 down, we said. 18 down is sent electronic message that little Emily got sick. Over to you. Pause. Solve. Excuse me. Right. All right, how'd you go? Get it right? Sent electronic message that little Emily got sick. 18 down. And so we have this one here. And what is it? Electronic message is email. So you emailed. Okay? Right. And back over here, we'll mark that up. Right. Now, of course, the electronic message is the whole thing. You sent the electronic message. That means you emailed. Past tense verb. Okay. That little Emily got sick. So how do you get the email out of that? There's no email there. Yes, there is, because little Emily is M. Little Emily is M. Did you get that? And these are the synonyms you have to look for. Yes. Abbreviations is all got to be there. And got sick. Now, this is a little bit harder. She got sick. What did she do if she got sick? She ailed. Yeah, there it is. She ailed. M, ailed. And this is the thing, they're getting a little bit harder, but that's what makes these so fascinating. They get a little bit harder. You've got to use your intuition, your brain, your grey matter to just nudge around a little bit more, and that's what makes them great. So, ailed is emailed. And so we have 18 down, emailed. Okay, 19 across. No, let's go back here and see which one we want. This one here, maybe. What's that? That's 20. 20 down. 20 down. Instructor has brew with share. Okay? 20 down. Instructor has brew with share. That one there. Okay, over to you. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay. Answer to 20 down is, you got it? I'm sure you have. Teacher. Teacher, because that's the instructor, of course. And how's the whole thing work? Well, let's look. Let's underline the instructor because that's your key. And has brew with sure. Where does the teacher come from? Well, brew, one type of brew, is tea. Yes, and tea charade with sure becomes teacher. So you've got to think of these synonyms. That's the whole thing about cryptics. It's full of synonyms. But that's the brain power. Just got to think, think, and you come up with synonyms. Of course, you can use a computer or a phone if you get desperate, but best to use your brain power. Okay, next one. Where are we going now? Well, this one looks a start. We have this one here, which is 19 down. 19 down. Mozart is a nuisance for hiding craftsmen. Mozart is a nuisance for hiding craftsmen. 19 down. And you have the A blank T. Over to you. Pause and solve. Got it? Okay. And the answer to 19 down is going to be artisan. Where did you get artisan from? I hear you say. Well, there's no artisan there. Yes, there is, because craftsman is an artisan. And there's your key. Obviously, Mozart wouldn't be the key. Very rarely are personal names ever keys. They're usually fodder. All right, so there it is. Mozart, oops, just put a bracket in the first part too, is a nuisance for hiding. But the trick is hiding. That's a hidden flag. So artisan is obviously hiding in here. And that's what you look for. You must look for these tricks, these flags. Because if you see the flags, it gives you a big leg in to an extra way of getting it out. There's your artisan. Okay? So that's a hidden. Rightio. Next one. Where are we going now? Do you want to do this one? Because there's a long one coming up. We might do this one. No spaces, but it's only, no givers, but it's only 4. And this is going to be, what, 24 down. 24 down. Oh, what am I doing? Undo that one. Oh, I'll make it all black. No, I can't do that. I'll have to undo it. Alternatively, it should be a loud thump. Okay, over to you. Pause and solve, and then resume. Okay, did you get it? Right, the answer 24 down is going to be, where's 24 down? There it is going to be thud. Why is it thud? Well, easy enough. Look at the key, and that's the important thing all the time. The most important thing, the loud thump, is the key, and that's where you get the thud from. And how do you prove it? Well, alternatively is your flag for an alternate trick. And there it is there, thud, T, there's the T. Okay, there's the T, and the rest will follow. H, I won't mark them all. T, H, you see the U, and then the D. There's the thud alternate trick, and that's why it is thud. Next one. What about this one here? Give us a good leg into those long ones. 4 spaces down, and this is 25 down. Right. Odd salmon we catch are not quick. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, you got the answer? And the answer to 25 down is going to be slow. Why is it slow? I'm sure you've got the slow because you picked the flag. So there it is. Odd salmon. Let's mark it up. Odd salmon we catch are not quick. Not quick is the key, which is slow, of course. Okay. And odd salmon. Odd salmon we catch. Let's look at the slow. S L O W. There's the slow in there. Okay, so it's an alternate trick, and that's what we did. Right, now we do the last 2 across now. Don't know why that changed to italics. We don't need that. Back to normal. And also it should be bold. Let's bold it up. These things happen for some reason. Who knows why? Right, so we go across now. 26 across. What a clown does when he's ultimately proved right. Over to you. Oh, looks like, oh, I won't say anything. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, you got it? Did you pick that it could be a possible pun? Now I've unmarked that. All right. There it is, a pun. So, if it's a pun, 26 across, what do you reckon it is? A clown has what? Has? What a clown does, he has. That's a hint for you. If you haven't got it, I'm sure you have. If a clown is ultimately proved right, Yes, he has the last laugh. And there it is. That's the pun. Right, bit of fun, that one. Puns aren't that easy. You have to really work on the synonyms. Right, 27 across. 27 across is desired to change and dwelt for a time. Desired to change and dwelt for a time. 7 spaces. And don't forget you have an S and a D and a D. It's got to be easy. Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, you got the answer? I'm sure you have. It is resided. Why is it resided? Because you can see here, desired to change and dwelt for a time. If he dwelt for a time somewhere, then that's where he resided. Okay, now why is it resided? Because you have the flag change, which is a reversal flag, not a reversal flag, an anagram flag. And desired, you can see that if you anagram desired, you get resided, R-E-S-I-D-E-D. There it is. It's an anagram, pure and simple. Okay, and the last one, 28 across. 28 across is, were any crazy on the 1st of January? And you have an N blank, W blank, E blank, R. Well, that can't be too hard. Were any crazy on the 1st of January? Pause, solve, and resume. Okay, back again. The answer is obviously going to be, yeah, New Year. What else would the 1st of January be? And there's your key, 1st of January. Okay, now why does it work? Well, can you see it there? I hope you saw it there in the first place. Right, were any crazy? And what's that crazy saying? That crazy is saying, I'm an anagram flag. Crazy. So the anagram were any, what do you get? You get New Year. And that's it. And that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? And the next one is going to be a little bit harder. But my advice to you is don't jump into those new ones yet. Do some practice on many of these easy ones from various texts and books. And then have a look at mine, which get harder because there's 2 harder ones coming up, and after that there's 2 quite hard ones coming up. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.